Hello. Would you like to bring more peace, calm, and balance into your life? The life of the average Western woman has changed so much in the past 40 years, and most of it for the better. But do you ever feel that your new freedom came at a cost? The cost of being busy all the time, working in and outside the home, looking after the family, being responsible for everyone's health and well-being, and having no time for yourself. You were told you could have it all, a career and a family, not have to be tied to household chores anymore, be independent and live the life you always wanted. But you ended up having to be superwoman because you doubled your workload. You may be like the women who tell me all the time that they feel overwhelmed and overcommitted, they feel stuck, unclear about what they want, and find it hard to say no when asked to help someone out. And they feel exhausted. You may be at a transition in your life, a divorce, bereavement, moving into a new house, an empty nester, or just want to do things differently. Do things that you want to do instead of fitting in with everybody else. A recurring theme that I can now see is that through all the stages of my life, I've been helping women through the stages of their lives, supporting, and standing with them. I'm Louise Carden, also known as the Queen of Calm, and I help busy women overwhelmed by everything they have going on by teaching them how to bring more calm, balance, and focus into their lives so that they can go from frazzled to feeling serene. In my teens, I did shopping for elderly women in our village care home. 2 world wars meant that they missed the opportunity to have families who would support them in their later years. Mostly, they just wanted someone to talk to. When I was in my 20s, I was a volunteer English teacher, helping young women who came from small country villages to live with complete strangers in a vastly different environment. They had to get used to so much change in their life. And when I had children of my own, I became a breastfeeding counsellor for the National Childbirth Trust, and I ran a local branch and the local mother and baby group. Modern women, including me, are generally totally unprepared for the massive change that a small baby brings into your life. And I'm now at that stage where my children have grown up, my marriage has ended, and I moved 300 miles across the country. I've lost both my parents and my former in-laws, and I see that I'm entering yet another stage of my life. And it seems to me that women must adapt to change so many times throughout their lives. And for some, that change may not be smooth. What has kept me resilient has been calmness in pretty much all situations, showing compassion to myself and to others, and the support, inspiration, and companionship of communities, mostly of women, at every stage of my life. And throughout my life, I have listened to the voices of other women navigating the ups and downs of their lives. And I've come to believe that we live our best lives when we embrace calm, compassion, and community. And I want that for you too. Today, I want to talk about calm, and there's going to be follow-up videos on compassion and community. I think that keeping calm is important because when you're calm, you make better decisions. When you're calm, you see things more clearly. And when you're calm, those around you feel safer. And when you're calm, life is simply less stressful. So finding more calm in your life means that you have to look at all areas of your life. For instance, if you don't feel safe within your relationships, the people you live with or spend time with, if you feel financially insecure or don't feel safe at home, this is your first and most important step. You can implement some of the other things and they may help you to feel calmer, but ultimately you need to secure your safety. Meditation and mindfulness have become extremely popular tools for coping with stress, anxiety, and even chronic pain. And there have been a great many scientific studies into the benefits of both. Mindfulness is essentially paying attention to what you're doing rather than allowing your mind to fret, worry, or generally chatter away in the background. And you'll get most benefit if you find a method that you like and practice regularly, because it's the practice that brings the long-term benefits. Breathing is also an important part of being still and forms the basis of many meditation and mindfulness techniques. Because when you're under stress, you breathe often in a very shallow way, using only the top of your lungs and your neck, shoulder, and chest muscles. And this leads, of course, to more tension and continued shallow breathing. So looking at breathing more consciously is an easy way to start feeling more calm, because slowly breathing more slowly, actually switches off your stress response. Solitude is something that's been underrated in the busy, hyper-connected society we now live in. People can contact you at any time of the day or night unless you turn your phone off. And it seems to be socially acceptable. When I was young, if anyone phoned you after 9 o'clock, it was considered really impolite, and it only ever happened in an emergency. Time alone is actually essential to reflect, plan, and restore your mind, body, and soul. And of course, that helps you to feel calmer. Nature is calming and healing for all of us, and it slows you down and gives you time and space to think. There have also been countless studies demonstrating the benefit of spending time in nature. We often take the natural world around us for granted. If we live and work in the city, we may hardly see a tree from one week to the next. So spending time in your garden, if you have one, taking a walk in the park, or sitting in a local beauty spot will all be beneficial to your well-being. Even bringing some flowers or plants into your home can have a calming and uplifting effect. Being offline from time to time is also a useful aid to finding more serenity. We all spend a lot of time on the internet these days, whether for work or leisure or both. And while the internet is incredibly useful and mobile technology means that you can communicate with the rest of the world in ways we could only have dreamt about 10 years ago, we also get stressed being online. The number of hours that you spend in front of your computer or on your phone can have a real physical effect, such as carpal tunnel syndrome, repetitive strain injury, and tension in your neck, back, and shoulder muscles. But you can also suffer psychological effects of excess internet time. That's tricky to say. Tiredness, mood swings, addiction, and obsession. And all of those can stop you doing other things with your time and distance you from your loved ones. So those are just a few ideas to bring more calm into your life. They sound easy enough, don't they? But I know that sometimes doing these things on your own just doesn't work. Because if they did, you would have done something about it by now. And of course, there is so much free information available, books, videos, courses, but where do you even start? Well, I can help you with that. I've worked one-to-one with clients for many years. There are only so many hours in a day and only so many women that I can help in that way. So I created Halcyon, which is a membership community for women who want to stop feeling like they have no control over what happens in their life, who feel overwhelmed by everything that they have going on, and sometimes feel like they lurch from one crisis to the next, but they want someone to guide them to a more balanced way of living. They want the company of like-minded women along the way who will support, not judge them, and inspire, not tear them down. Now, next week, the membership will be open for new members for just a few days. And if you would like to know more, you can get on the wait list at louisecarden.com/halcyon-membership-waitlist, and I will email you the details as soon as they're ready. And I'll be back in a few days, a couple of days, in fact, with a video all about compassion. And remember, keeping calm is important, because when you're calm, you make better decisions. When you're calm, you see things more clearly. When you're calm, those around you feel safer. And when you're calm, life is less stressful. So thank you for listening, and I hope to see you somewhere very soon.